For the first time in the 72-year history of the National Carnival Queen Pageant, two contestants have been crowned winners for 2026 after finishing with identical scores. Miss Bank of St. Lucia, Miss Nayeli Lewis, and Miss St. Lucia Tourism Authority, Faith Edward, each earned 539.8 points in a closely fought competition held at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay on Saturday, July 4th. The result came after 9 delegates competed on the coveted title, leaving many in the audience surprised when 2 names were called instead of 1. Questions quickly followed about how the prizes would be handled. The Carnival Planning Management Committee Public Relations Officer Jade Brown later confirmed that both queens will receive the full winner's package.
Both queens are pleased and satisfied with the results. They are happy and they are moving forward hand in hand, knowing that they will be both serving their reign together. The National Carnival Queens, Nayeli Lewis and Faith Edward, will each receive the full winners package, which is the cash reward of $25,000, that is EC dollars, a fully funded scholarship from Monroe University, and an all-expense-paid cruise courtesy of Cox and Company Limited.
She also explained that the pageant introduced certified digital judging software, allowing all scores to be entered and calculated electronically.
We have introduced digital judging software. All of the scores were entered and tabulated electronically using certified digital judging software, eliminating manual calculation errors. We also had an independent audit where the results were audited and verified by auditors from the Office of the Director of Audit before the announcement was made. The audit thus confirmed that Miss Lewis and Miss Edward achieved identical final scores. There was no post-scoring deliberation. So once it was identified that we had 2 queens, there was no post-scoring deliberation.
She further explained that a tiebreaker could not be applied at that stage, as the results of the National Carnival Queen Pageant contained no provision for resolving a tie. This absence reflected the fact that in the pageant's 72-year history, a tie for first place had never occurred. Once the audited results were confirmed, the Carnival Planning Management Committee was unable to introduce a new rule fairly or credibly after the fact. She noted that establishing a tiebreaker retroactively after the scores had already been determined would undermine the integrity and impartiality that the judging and audit process was designed to safeguard.
CPMC could not fairly or credibly introduce a new rule after the fact. So this is not an established practice. We do understand that there is need for review, and that will come with the CPMC. But as it stands, we had to adhere to the established protocols and practices of the National Carnival Queen Pageant.
With the decision now final, St. Lucia will, for the first time, have 2 reigning National Carnival Queens until a new queen is crowned in 2027. For 7 TV News, Josiah Bisset reporting.